Hello, good evening, and welcome to Troubles in Otari, the continuing adventures of Veg and the Squirrel Gang. As is customary on these Wednesday nights, who would like to earn an extra hero point by giving us a recap? It has been a little while, so if nobody can remember, I am happy to remind you, and I will give a hero point to myself. Not that I can use it, I'm only joking about that.
I honestly can't. I can't remember. I think we finished off the basilisk, and then we fought some other things in the clearing. But that's my vague memory. I honestly couldn't tell you what they were. Cobots?
I believe they were kobolds, yeah.
Yes. So let's zoom in a little bit. So the story so far. So, Troubles in Otari, the first chapter was Fishing for Adventure, where you went and cleared out an old fish camp, which has got a ghost, some kind of funny bird, lizard thing, snake thing, and it also had a terrifying web lurker and lots of giant spiders. Ollie, that was it.
Ollie.
And after that, you were given a job by one of... her name has completely escaped me. Tamily Tandaval, who owns the Otari fishery, which is also a bit of a night spot as well. So it's like a restaurant bar. One of her friends asked you if you could track down a missing courier. Along the way, along the way, you defeated a pack of 2 wolves and a fiery doggo, which was burning down farm buildings and terrorizing local farm types. Yes, so you put down that threat and then carried on along the road to a point where you found a centaur statue that was not really a statue. It was in fact a petrified centaur, and the cause of its petrification quickly became clear when a basilisk bounded out of the hedgerow and started trying to chomp on you all. Luckily, only one of you was turned to stone, and guess who that was?
Feg. It was Feg.
That was Feg. Yeah. Luckily, due to a good... there is a word... Due to a good Arcana roll, Ardria was able to point out that the way to unpetrify people is to splash them with the fresh blood of the blood of a freshly slain basilisk, which duly returned him to normal before he became...
Normal's a strong word.
Yeah, returned him to his default state.
Yeah, default state, that's better for Feg.
After that, you noticed a gap in a hedgerow. You also noticed that the centaur statue had been partly eaten, so it would have been no kindness to try and turn them back into a centaur, for half of their haunches had already been eaten, and turning them back into a living, breathing creature at that point would have been almost immediately fatal. The courier satchel was missing, but you were able to find footprints leading through the gap in the hedgerow, which rapidly turned out to be a trio, I believe, of kobolds who were arguing over what to do with this satchel, I think, and you were able to pretty much walk right up to them before they were able to respond in any significant way. You beat them up quite quickly, and at that point we decided that you had enough XP to level up. So the party is now level 3. A poorly prepared DM was very relieved that you leveled up last week during the session, because he had actually run out of things for you to do. So I keep saying last week as if it actually was last week, but it was last session, not last week. And so you now have a courier satchel which is tied up with some very tricky knots. I think that is where we left it. Apologies if I have that wrong, but I think that was it. So we come back to a party who are Captain Fuzzypaws for some reason still only has 8 hit points. This is a relic of Roll20's ill-fated Operation Thunderbolt, which is a thing that means that certain things load in the wrong order, and it means when you drag
As long as when it
things
comes to fighting, he has more than 8. It's fine.
Am I right in saying we've
Oh,
rested?
there you go. No, we literally just finished the fight last time.
You have
We
not
just
rested
found the
yet.
satchel and looted the bodies and leveled up. I think that's all we did.
Okay.
So,
So Feg's half dead, basically. Yeah.
they're only half dead.
He's only half dead, but if you
Right.
look at that in a
He's half alive.
slightly more optimistic way,
He's half alive.
he's half alive.
It's fine, I can patch him up.
So you have a courier satchel. Would you like to try and open it?
Oh, do we open it or do we take it back?
It's not our property, we should take it back.
There's is it like what's? Oh no, it's a satchel. We could open it and look what's inside. Doesn't mean we have to open what's inside it. We could look what's inside it.
I suppose it would be diligent of us to check its contents to see if anything's damaged, anything's obviously missing from the package, anything along those lines.
If it's
What
an
the fuck
empty
is it?
satchel, we'd look a bit silly just taking the satchel
Very-
back there going, there goes nothing in it.
Very true, Peg. And it or it could be a bomb. So I feel like it's our duty at this point to check the satchel before we.
I mean, obvious complicated knots that were not done by kobolds would suggest that it definitely hasn't been fiddled with, but you know, let's go with it, fuck it.
Maybe the kobolds took stuff out and then put that back on. Maybe.
They don't
Cool.
seem like the complicated knot type.
Can we check? Like, is it likely to be booby trapped of some sort?
Well, you could inspect it to see whether that is the
Inspect
case.
it.
Yeah, give us a perception roll.
Perception.
Oh, not bad. Dirty
Yeah,
20. So your dirty 20 tells you that this satchel does not appear to be trapped. The only security measure that appears to have been employed is some devious knots.
Oh, who's good at untying knots or / has a knife?
I think I've got one.
Well, there's 2 ways you could do this. You could attempt to carefully unpick the knots using your proficient thievery skill, or you could just saw the knots off and open it the old-fashioned way.
Let's unpick it first, and if we can't, we'll then saw it off, because then we can tie it back up again if we can't unpick it.
Who has a thievery skill?
I've got 9 T5.
Ah, you are
Trained,
trained.
yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Trained if I'll have a go. Thievery. 14.
Oh, these knots are devious, like Astaroth himself has tied them in devious fashion.
Anyone else want to go, or should we let Captain Fuzzypaws just gnaw at them?
I mean, I've got no real thievery skills as a champion.
So should we just
I've got none, but I'm willing to give it a go.
should we just cut it open? Cut it open?
if you really want to.
Unless Ardria has a magical spell that's like a magic open up.
Knowing Pathfinder as I do, it would not surprise me a great deal to find out that there was a spell for untying knots.
Should we use the fiery sword? Oh, we've got
No, I
daggers, haven't we? We've got daggers.
Yeah, I've got a dagger, so I can just use
Yeah,
that.
okay. Do
I'm
you want to have a
sure
go at
you've
it,
got
Meg?
any number of sharp edges, so
We've got Captain Fuzzy Paws with teeth and claws, but
that's true.
just in case.
There's many
maybe
ways that
it's
you could
not
open
the
this
part.
bag.
Go, Feg,
Oh!
go. Oh, Ardria did it. Yay!
Is Ardria proficient in thievery?
It's good on me. She gone again.
Oh, T, yeah. Ardria is
So
in
it's
fact.
T5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means you're trained in thievery. Okay.
Did the 16 do it?
A 16 does do it. So while the rest of you are trying to decide how you'll cut the knots off, Ardria just kind of comes up and goes, and the knots are gone, and you have a slightly mangled leather straps, which begin to return to their normal shape after a little while. So the knots on the courier satchel have been untied. There are 3 parcels inside. One of them is a box wrapped in paper, tied with string. In fact, they're all wrapped in paper and tied with string. They are your common or garden stereotypical packages. So one of them is probably, I am imagining it's about the size of a Ferrero Rocher box. I don't know why that was the thing that popped into my head.
Reference.
But yes, it's about the size of a Ferrero Rocher box. It has a faintly spicy scent, and it has writing on it which says, for the attention of Magaloy at Crow's Casks. There is a much smaller package, which could not even contain one Ferrero Rocher, probably due to its height. It's about the size of a large matchbox. That says on it, for Claught Hengus. And another package, which is not a box, clearly. It seems more like a bag or envelope, something soft. And this
So
one
no Ferrero
is
Rocher in that one.
no Ferrero Rocher in that one either. Well, I mean, none of them likely contain Ferrero Rocher, nor Raffaello. However, one of the packages could conceivably contain them due to its dimensions. The third one, though, which is kind of flat and a bit soft, like it's an envelope or a bag, says Abanye Niana on it.
So with these, does anyone remember if these were names of people at the village we've just come from? So that way we can figure out which way the centaur was going.
Well, you know which way the centaur was going because Aloria, who is the person who gave you the quest,
Said she'd left the other place and should have been coming back.
Yeah, based on the amount of time elapsed, she should have gone to Absalom and have been on her way back by now.
But she could have got caught on the way there.
Well, it's possible.
Which way is the statue facing?
That doesn't matter. If you see a basilisk, you're gonna look at it. I suppose not actually. She's super fast.
But she was going to get things from Absalom to bring to Otari. I didn't mean to shout. Everyone's gone quiet. Sorry.
Sorry, our internet went. We were talking.
I'm just going to mute myself while I cough. You guys won't have heard the cough, but I think that I think OBS will have picked it up. So
Picked it up.
what I should have done is press the button on my mic, and that would actually have disabled the mic, not muted me on Discord. Never mind.
My argument would be that she would be taking stuff both ways, otherwise it's not effective or efficient.
Well,
but we'll just say that she's on her way back, so we know we've got to take this back to... Where were we? What's the village?
Otari is...
Otari.
Yeah. If you would like to take a recall check, I am not entirely sure. If there is such a thing, I may be making it up. Recall knowledge. If you want to try and remember a salient piece of information, you could give me a roll of a d20. Rolos? What's Rolos, eh?
I was just thinking if they're not Ferrero Rocher and it's much smaller, maybe it's a Rolo.
Oh.
I got a natural 1.
Lou does not remember shit.
I know nothing.
Sorry, I mean, Lolry does not remember shit.
He doesn't.
Sorry, I didn't mean to judge you personally.
I'll be honest with you, John, they are both accurate descriptions.
Sorry. Speaking of Rolos, I used to buy a packet of Rolos every now and then, and I would save the last one, and because in my misguided mind, I used to think that a perfect chat-up line would be, "Oh, hello, darling. Would you like my last Rolo?" Because they used to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the accent that sells it.
I was like, did you try the accent? Because I think, as someone of the female persuasion, I might know why that didn't work.
The problem is most people don't want your last Rolo if it's been in your pocket for a week. So.
I don't know. It's definitely the accent. I'm not going to lie.
No, you're going to pull out a fistful of half smushed month-old last Rolos.
It's like, this is my last Rolo. Would you like it? No, I don't want a Rolo from you. You're covered in bees.
I like my women like I like my coffee. Covered in bees.
Plastic.
Sorry, real deep.
So Feg has attempted to try and remember a salient piece of information, and the DC of that check there was incredibly low. To fail, you would have to have rolled below 5, like Lowry did. So Feg has an epiphany, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute! The Crow's Casks is one of the bars in Otari. So, and one of the containers, the one big enough to be a Ferrero Rocher box, is marked for Magaloy at Crow's Casks."
Mm-hmm. So, if I'm correct, we have to take this back and decide if you want to deliver them individually or just take them back to the person who sent us on our way. And we need to go and sort out where the fire dog was coming from. Is that right?
Something like that.
Anybody? Anybody else? That's all I can remember from there were our 2 current quests.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Do we want to return this first, or do we want to go and explore where the thing was, the fiery dog barn burner?
Well, I'll be a lot closer to the fiery dog barn burner.
Well, I suppose we need to go back to that farm and ask the farm lady who was going to find us some information.
Please
Maybe?
tell me what information she was supposed to be finding for you, because I didn't remember that at all.
I swear she said she was going to look into what other farms might have been damaged and try and figure out like give us a location that we should head towards.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, nothing. No, she was going to tell us all of the secrets. No. Am I wrong? I vaguely remember that. I may have made that up.
No, that does ring some bells. So I think you are probably correct there.
Because otherwise we have no idea where we're meant to be going to look for a fiery, barn-burning dog.
Well, in the absence of leads, you do have another quest to perform. So.
Oh, what, the parcel? Return it.
You never know, something might present itself.
Am I
I
missing
think
the
we
quest?
should return the parcel.
Should we take the parcels back to the place?
Maybe we should return the parcel.
Should we walk back along that path and take it back? Okay, yeah. So everyone in agreement we'll take these back to Otari. So I'll repeat that. Are we in agreement that we take this back to Otari?
Yeah.
There we go. Sam? I mean Brock?
Yeah, okay.
Audrey, are you happy to head back to Otari with the parcel? We lost her again.
Everyone's gone again. They're all dead, Dave.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
No, yeah.
Everybody, yeah. They're all dead. Everyone's dead. Everybody is dead, Dave.
Even Peterson. Okay, yeah. So should we head back along the path? Oh, we should heal. We should do some healing and stuff before we leave this lovely little glade.
Righty-ho. So,
Needs
since
healing.
there is nothing there to threaten you at the moment, and you have more than one person who can do a treat wounds check, and one person who can every 10 minutes heal people for 6, I reckon within a few hours you would probably all be up to full hit points by default. So, shall we just say that you rest until you feel better, and have done with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so set ourselves back to full hit points.
Yeah.
Cool. Have I got a shield now?
Oh, you don't know. Did you have a shield?
No, but I've just gone on and it says shield 20 equipped. I didn't think I had a shield. It's not in my
Your
inventory.
armor class is 20, and with shield it is also 20, which means you don't have one equipped.
Oh, okay, it's not 20 additional. Okay, I don't have a shield then. Sorry, I was like, where did... It says equipped underneath it, which confused me.
Ah, well, you see, equipped, just in the box above it says equipped studded leather armor. Underneath it
so
says
it's
equipped, and there's
equipped.
a blank space next to it.
It's only been millions of sessions, and I still don't know how the character shield works.
To be fair, we did spend quite a long time playing D&D 5th edition, so we kind of got used to doing things in different ways. DM has ADHD and has terrible trouble reading books, so
It's okay, some players also have ADHD, that's fine.
yeah, so
It's the distracted leading the distracted.
indeed. I actually read a book the other day. It was
It's so impressive. Was it useful?
oh, it was
It was an ADHD.
it was an ADHD book. Did you? I don't know if you saw the Facebook post, but it was Dirty Laundry by Richard Pink and Roxanne something. I can't remember her surname. But they have a TikTok channel called ADHD Love, and it's very good. And it was one of the things that helped to switch me on to the idea that I was not an abysmal failure and a moral reprobate, but was in fact suffering from a neurological condition, which is a relief.
Purely speaking for myself, you can have ADHD and still be a moral reprobate. That's all I'm saying. Like you can.
I think that's true.
True.
That's true. But yeah.
I genuinely thought you were going to say that the book you read was a book about a dog called Spot.
I mean, that would have been much funnier, wouldn't it? But I have high hopes that when Amazon finally finally send me my new Pathfinder player and DM books, GM books, I'll actually be able to read them. And hopefully they'll have done something about the absolutely appalling layout of the original core book, which I thought was almost impossibly difficult to actually navigate through. Although, yeah.
As a newbie to both of them, I have to admit the D&D book is so much more intuitive to use than the Pathfinder book.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like it's just more laid out. But then again, I'm not experienced in RPGs, but
If my only experience of Pathfinder was trying to read the second edition core book, I don't think I'd ever have played the game. I think it's that bad. But having learnt the game by playing it with other people, which is most people's introduction to role-playing games, I think it's a good system and I enjoy it. It's nice and crunchy. But yeah, all the hot takes on JC role-playing. Things like Roll20 do make it an awful lot easier though, because we don't have to do all the maths. We can just click things.
And we all know maths is hard.
Maths is hard. It is well known. It is known. Who says that? That's somebody that's Game of Thrones, isn't it? It is known. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to return to Otari?
Yes, let's head back to Otari as long as RG agrees. We'll head back to Otari and Aiden.
So, what do Ardria and her faithful companion cat say?
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Aiden just cocks a leg up and starts cleaning himself.
You're a sophisticated cat. Cool. So, are we going to be magic? I was going to say, do we need to walk there? Are we going to be magically
I shall magically twang you.
transported?
Oh, that's annoying. That is obviously too small because it doesn't fill up the screen, does it? Let's make it bigger. There we go. I made a page because I decided I needed something to put up while I was doing things.
I love that the page is used right when Jim is doing things.
And behind is a picture of a desk and a terrible mess.
There's a crystal ball under the desk as well.
Oh, might not be a crystal
Is
ball.
that Bilbo's desk?
Is that Bilbo's desk? I don't know. It could be. It has kind of a
The window looks.
It has a hobbity sort of look to it. I am trying to find Otari. There it is. So you head back along the road. There is a name for this road, and I'm trying to remember what it is. It'll come to me.
High Street.
High Street? No.
Long and winding.
It is the Granary Road. So you head back down the Granary Road in a southwesterly direction, and before too long, well, you pass a few farms. You do see a little bit of smoke rising, where farm buildings have been destroyed by fire. But having defeated the thing that was burning down the buildings, it's difficult to know where to start in looking for its source. You find yourselves back at the bustling town of Otari a few hours later. Why is it so zoomed in? It's because it's a really big map. Here we go. This is Otari from above. I think that this is probably the Granary Road. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was this one, wasn't it? Not working. That. It's the one that went off to the right. That forked. That's it. Yeah.
This one
Why can I...
is where our fish place was.
Yeah, but that's the road that went up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there might. I've got another version of this map with a different adventure, which has a key. So I might actually swap them over. Well, not swap them, but bring that one into this one too. As you come down the granary road, of course, you see the log flume, which kind of leads up. That is where woodcutters are sending their logs down, ready to be sent to other parts of the area where the wood is needed. Wood cutting and fishery are wood cutting and fishing are two of the main trades of this town of Otari that you find yourselves in. Where would you like to go?
Well, we need to go hand all these packages over to the guy who hired us to do the job.
Girl. Wasn't it?
Guy can be a
Yeah.
unisex term, I think. I mean, loosely.
The individual who gave us the job.
There we go.
The
I don't know, I
personage.
thought it was a woman. I might be wrong.
I think it is a woman.
Korea,
It
because
is
I
a
know
woman.
she was a woman. Sorry, Brock, what were you saying?
Well, we need to go hand these in. Weren't they at Emily Sandoval's fish place? Or she'll know where they are.
Shall we head there then?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so you head to the fishery, which is probably this building here. That would make a lot of sense, but I am just looking at... trying to look at the key. Got this lovely Otari map, and the numbered... I'm looking for the what the numbered buildings are. And I'm having some trouble. We don't mind telling you. I've got a lovely handout which says these are all the people who live here, but they're not numbered. Where would it be? It's not that one. Maybe it's this one. Right, that's one that says leaving town. I've already got that one. Curses! It's this one here. It's definitely this one. It couldn't be anything else.
You could tell us it's any of the buildings. We wouldn't question it.
Yeah, literally. We'd be like, alright, hold on, yeah. We trust you.
Ah, that's good to know.
Oh,
I just wish I knew where the requisite information was, because I can't find it, and it's quite
anyway.
annoying.
Oh.
Yeah, that is annoying. Okay, so you find yourself at the fishery. I'm going to say that it is getting later in the day, but not so late as to see the place suddenly full of tradesfolk. So it is relatively quiet. Tamley Tandavile is there, chatting to some regulars. She looks up as you come in and gives you a wave. She's like, "Oh, hello. How are you?" You look a bit worn out from the road. Can I get you something?
I nominate Brock to do the talking.
How about a nice drop of ale? That'll fix you right up. What?
Well, Miss Tandaval, we have returned with the packages we were sent off and used courier. Do you know where whoever it is?
Oh, well. So those are the things that were due to be delivered.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'd just go and deliver them if I was you.
We can do that. Do you know where, and read out the names of those 3 people are?
So, she says, oh, the first one's easy. What you want is the crow's casks, and that is just... Hold on. Key to Otari. Images. Where's the bloody key? It's going to be one location after another, isn't it? I don't know why I'm from the southwest. I can't stop it. Seems to have quite overtaken my mind. I've just found a lovely isometric map. I like it a lot. I'm going to save that on my desktop. Can I make it bigger? I'm going to make it bigger. Right, it's not that one. Ah, it's that one. So the crow's cask is up there. You can't miss it.
Wonderful. And the other 2?
Oh, bloody hell.
Maybe they'll know at the crow's cast if we just go there first.
Yes, maybe they'll know at the crow's cask. We'll deliver that one first.
But that would be helpful.
Thank you for that information, Gemini. This Tenvar. We'll return after our deliveries for refreshment.
Brilliant. Okay. She says, see you later. Do you go to the crow's cask?
Yeah.
Okay, so you arrive at the crow's cask, which is... Oh, I bet there's a little description on this list here. That'd be nice. There we go. So this is a 2-story stone building. A sign over the door depicts a group of drunk crows perched on a leaky cask. As you approach, you can smell the telltale smells of beer and brewing, and it appears that this is not just a pub but also a brewery.
We have a quick check of the name on the parcel.
Yep, it says on there, Magaloy. Come on, eyes. Magaloy at Crow's Casks.
Megaloy.
So we only hand it over to somebody called Magaloy.
So
Do we ask for ID?
we turn up, knock on the door. If no one's at the door within 30 seconds, we throw it over a fence and run. That's how this works, right?
Parcel force.
Every year.
We used to have a very nice delivery driver from Hermes. Or it's Hermes, isn't it? But there's a perfume brand
Yeah.
which is pronounced Hermes because it's French, isn't it? And so every time I see...
He's a Greek god.
Yes, he was a messenger of the gods, I think.
Yeah, that's I think why the messaging company was named.
Indeed, but they
If
changed
not,
their name to
it's a lucky
Every.
coincidence on their part.
But I think they changed their name to Every in the hopes that people would forget how awful
Oh
Hermes
shit,
was.
they were, yeah.
Yeah, which is, that's quite clever, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah,
All,
they're
all
changing. They're changing it to Rasputin next.
I mean, that certainly raised some eyebrows. Yeah, my German master at school used to call me Rasputin because I was one of the few boys who could grow a beard at the age of, 13 or 14. He'd be like, "Oh, it's my old friend Rasputin. I think you'd better go and see the headmaster, Mr. Carlo." And the headmaster would say,
German's master.
no, German master, as in the teacher.
Yeah, I've just never referred to a teacher I've never heard of a teacher referred to as master.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, well, the school I went to, the teachers were not called... Well, the teachers were masters, German master,
Interesting.
English master, it's. I went to the Skinner's School in Tunbridge Wells. And
I was going to say, was it a posh school that you went to by any chance?
posh-ish, but it
Yeah.
was... at the time, it was considered to be one of the best schools in the country, but it... I don't know. I quite enjoyed my time there, apart from the fact that I was neurodivergent and didn't know it, and somehow managed to get away with not doing any homework for 6 years.
Yeah, so if our ones had been masters, the only qualifications they'd have had is masters in alcoholism and lunacy.
Well, that is one of the tricks of private schools who hire unqualified teachers, because you can call anyone can be called a master, but you can't. But a teacher has to have qualifications. Apparently, this is what a somewhat cynical person who I shall not name told me, who worked at a rather posh school in Tunbridge. Probably giving away too much now.
We shouldn't have said
All I
that.
heard was, I could go get a job at a private school without any qualification.
Yeah, I am not sure if that is true or not. It may not be true at all. And
I'm not sure I wanna work
and you
at a
will not
private-
know which school I'm talking about, because
Yeah.
there are a number of rather good schools in Tunbridge.
Somebody just said, right.
Well, I know where Skinner's is because I drive past it every day on the way to
Yeah.
work.
Oh well, Skinner's is beyond reproach. So, at the Crow's Cask, or Crow's Casks, Crow '(s) casks. Crow's
Crows.
Casks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
belongs to the crow.
Yes. Do you go inside?
We should probably knock.
Well, the door's open.
Oh.
It's a pub.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a brewery.
Well, it's a brewery and a pub.
Pub/brewery.
Who's got the parcels? This is
Don't
where we
say
find
you
out.
left it behind. Oh no!
No, no, we've got them. Yes, should we go inside? Let's go inside.
Yeah.
We walk inside.
Okay, you go inside. It is cool and dark inside. There is a tengu inside with slightly rough-looking feathers. Some of them in shades of grey and white. A tengu, as you may or may not know, is a humanoid with distinctly crow-like features. So they have a beak and they have feathers. They are probably what you might call the Pathfinder version of a kenku, but I think tengu is kind of more of a Japanese mythological derivation, but it's pretty much the same sort of thing. This tengu is tending the bar, and looks over as you come in. I'm wondering whether I can actually get a crow's squawk out of my throat or whether it will just come out as a weird squeak. I'm not sure if I'm going to try it or not.
Oh, from the West Country.
That wasn't too bad. More screechy than I was planning. But the Tengu speaks to you with a screechy bird-like voice. Oh, greetings!
Hello.
What can I get for you?
We're looking for. What's the name on the package? Brock,
Alkaloid or something, isn't it?
you're holding the package. What's the name on the package?
No, the name escapes me.
John, what's the
It's Malkaloy or something, wasn't it? Something like that.
Close.
We'll have a quick look at the package again.
Yeah, it says Magilloy. Magilloy.
Thank you. Hello, we're looking for a Magaloy. Could you point us in the right direction, please?
Oh, yes! Magilloy is me!
Perfect.
Well, what can Magilloy do for you?
We have this parcel that we need to deliver from another town slightly further over, and it's been slightly delayed, but here it is.
Oh! Could it be, says Magilloy, and reaches out to grasp the box.
Ferrero Rocher?
Could it be?
My Rolos.
Excuse me. I'm just trying to find a picture of a Tengu to see if they have fingers or whether they just use the feathers of their hands. They apparently have hands and fingers, according to the pictures I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely have fingers. Okay, so Magilloy takes the box off you carefully and takes off the string. They deftly untie the knot and remove the paper, which is that lovely crackly brown paper that parcels are usually wrapped in. And inside is a box of Ferrero Rocher. No, inside is a wooden box with a little catch on it, and she opens the catch and lifts the lid. And you see nestled inside this box a collection of what appear to be peppers, at least partially dried. So these are these were what was creating the spicy scent. And she says, these are the spicy peppers I sent for from Absalom. I'm going to brew them into something special.
Wonderful, we can't wait to see what you do with them.
If you want to try it, well, there's a little job you could do for me, and while I brew it, and then I'll give you the first taste.
Oh, what sort of job is that? How can we help you?
Well, so first of all, she says, "Well, you've delivered the peppers. They're a bit late, but that's not your fault. Because I heard all about the missing courier.
It was a basilisk, don't you know?
Basilisk.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, we deal with it.
She hands you 10 gold pieces as a reward for delivering the spicy peppers. And then she says, okay, well, as you may know, if you're local to the area, here in the Crow's Casks, I make all sorts of interesting designer ales and beers, and sometimes even spirits. I'm always on the lookout for rare ingredients. I need copper cap mushrooms for my latest beverage experiment. Ah! They grow near
Copper-
Slab Hill.
Coppercat mushrooms. Near Slab Hill was that?
Yes, it's about an hour northwest of town. Ah! It's a rounded
And
mound with several large stone slabs resting along its sides.
Aptly named, I see.
Ah!
What do these sorts of mushrooms look like, so we make sure we collect the right ones?
Well, it's not just a clever name. Ah! They are called coppercap mushrooms because they have a coppery orange cap. Known to be particularly sparkly in the rising sun, as when they are covered in dew. Ah!
Oh, so easier to find in the morning.
Ah! Yes.
Perfect. And how many do you think you need for your experiment?
As many as you can find. More you
As many
find,
as
more drinks I can make.
Cool. Well, we will see what we can do.
Well, I'll give you some of my pepper tonic if you bring them back. Ah!
Okay. Cool. We've got some more parcels to deliver, so once we've done that, we'll get on to finding you some mushrooms.
Ah! Have a good day.
Bye.
Come back if you want to try some exotic drinks. Ah!
We will. Maybe.
Okay. And I've just closed the handout that I needed. Never mind. I shall open it up again. So, let me try and find the next person you are likely to speak to. Dun, 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 dun. I think I need to use this thing here. So, it's all very well turning a whole scenario into individual handouts, but it can actually be easier to find things in the PDF, which is based on the book. Okay, so you have delivered one parcel, which has made you 10 whole gold pieces. Which, given how valuable gold pieces are in Pathfinder, means that that's extortionately expensive just for a delivery. But
That must have been some special peppers.
indeed, high insurance value, you see.
Imagine how much money we'd have got if we delivered them on time.
That's Basilisk's fault, not our fault. Blame the Basilisk.
Blame it on the basilisk.
I mean, without the basilisk, we wouldn't have been delivering them.
Fair point.
So, what's next?
What does the
should-
next parcel say on it?
Say that again?
What does the next parcel say on it?
The next parcel says Claude Hengus.
What's the address?
The address says, Claude Hengus, care of Giant's Wheel.
Okay. What's a giant's wheel?
Well, I'm glad
So,
you
okay.
asked, because I'm gonna look that up and tell you.
Is it something like, is there a water wheel? Is it the water wheel that's here by any chance? Oh, why is my clicky not working?
Hold down left
I
click.
think there. Is that the giant's wheel?
Well, that probably is. But I don't have a key for this map, so I'm not sure. But let's see. The Giant's Wheel, a towering water wheel.
There you go.
So that must be it, because I think there's only one water wheel on the map.
But I can only see one. Bridge.
So, is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you are forced to walk to the north of the town so that you can follow the path back around towards the giant's wheel. Once there, you find lumber foreman Claude Hengus. So, he says, "Hello there! What can I do to help you?"
It's more, what can we do to help you?
Oh! Well, alright then. What can you do to help me?
We've got a parcel for you.
Oh! That's good.
I nudge Brock and get him to get it out of the bag.
Yeah, hand over the parcel.
So, Claude is an immense muscular half-orc with short, blunt tusks. He has no idea what has been sent to him. He was not expecting a parcel at all. But, on inspection, he realises that it has come from an old friend. Dun, 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 dun. So, how much does he pay you for the delivery?
The going rate's 10 gold pieces, so. Just saying.
Yeah. So, says here, he pays the heroes for the delivery. He opens up the little box, which is about the size of a large matchbox, and in it are a number of pins which look a bit like swords.
Like you put in a sandwich.
Well, a bit like that. So, what does it say here about these pins? It says a small package with 6 sword-shaped pins. Yes, that's all it says. And he looks at them. You are standing kind of not that close to the wheel at this time. He continues to raise his voice anyway, and he kind of has a slightly squinting expression when you talk, as if he's slightly deaf and used to shouting. He explains that these pins represent different victories in Absalon's great gladiatorial Colosseum, the Aurorium, and that an old friend collected these as trophies from people Claude defeated long ago. Claude vouchsafes that he used to be a gladiatorial I want to say gladiatorial champion. He was a gladiator. I don't know whether that's the same as a gladiatorial champion. But yes, he is pleased with the delivery. He says, "I've noticed some scorching along the flume. I suspect arson. I'd like to hire you. You seem to have your act together. To stake out the flume and find out what's going on. This orc is definitely from the southwest. In fact, I'd like to offer your group a rare prize. I'm willing to take part. I'm willing to part with one of the magic hatchets I used during my days in the Aurorium. If you uncover the source of this sabotage and put a stop to it, the hatchet's yours."
Mm-hmm. Is there a particular section of the flume that it's been scorched? Are they targeting one particular bit?
That bit up there, and he kind of points. He points to the north, to the northeast, where the flume sort of starts to head away from the town.
Okay. Well, that's no problem. We can look into that. Did he give us any money?
It doesn't tell me here how much money he gives you, which is just Just what we needed. Dun, 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 dun. Right, he pays you 5 gold pieces for the sword-shaped pins.
So we say to him, no problem, we've just got one more delivery to make, and then we will look into that for you.
Alright! Well, don't leave it too long, we don't want them to burn it down.
You're right. By any chance, could you help direct us towards our next destination? We're looking
who are you looking for?
We're looking for...
No, I check the parcel.
And the parcel says...
Abanye Niana.
That person. What's the address on the parcel?
So, the address on the parcel is... Abanya Niana, and I just need to check, find out what's going on. Number 1, the road, Otari. Yep, that's right. Have you been there before?
Abanya, we're looking for Abanya Niana at number 1, the road.
Right. He points you in the right direction, which at the moment I cannot tell you because.
That's fine.
Let's see. So where is that? So, Abanye's cottage lies just outside Otari. So, you can head out there.
So, should we head? Should
Yeah,
we go deliver the parcel?
It's outside the scope of this map. So,
So in the opposite direction from where we need to be for the stakeout.
Stakeout?
To stake out what the burning?
Trying to remember what the first job was. What was the first job?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Mushrooms. Burnt flume. Yes, you can certainly head there.
So should we go deliver the final of this parcel, then come back and do the stakeout for the fumes, and then go do the mushrooms? Cool. That's our plan. You happy with that, Gareth?
Yep.
Are you?
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Perfect.
Is there an echo in here? A somewhat time delayed echo. So, I know we made a bit of a late start, but my bladder doesn't know that. So, would you guys mind if we took a brief comfort break and we can reconvene in about 10 minutes?
Yep, no problem.
Groovy. Okay, I shall pop us onto break mode. Ding. And oh, it doesn't fit anymore because I made it bigger. I made the resolution bigger. Never mind. I will fix that when I get back. See you in about 10 of your Earth minutes. And we're back in the room. Welcome back. So, the party are planning to deliver the third parcel, as far as I recall. Which belongs to Abanye, who has a cottage outside the town. People who you ask directions from tell you that Abanye is a herbalist from Mwangi. Are you gonna head there?
Yep, I think that's what we agreed. Head there, and then we'll start on the other tasks.
Very good. Okay, so I'm going to move you to a place. Ching. Okay, I have to do something about that and zoom right in. Can we zoom in any further than that? Probably not. That will do for now. Big black shadow there. The edges of shadows look much better when night mode is on. Still? You find yourself
Can I ask-
standing. Yes, you can.
How stupid, but how can I enlarge the map without enlarging the chat as well? But like using mouse rather than the plus minus on the map.
So if you hold down the control key and roll the mouse wheel, you can zoom in and out on the map as long as the mouse pointer is on the map.
No,
If
it doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
It changes the chat as well and the
And the
character sheet.
okay, so that's resizing the whole thing then.
Yes.
That's weird.
I know.
If
I think my computer is cursed today.
it may well be.
Mm.
So
Never mind, I'll just use the
something-
plus minus.
Something weird has happened. I think. Hold on. That is correct, though. I think you guys can see the right thing. For some reason, if I resize my view window, it seems to resize everything. That's weird.
Mm.
I do not know why me resizing this window would have any effect on the other one, but apparently it does for some reason. No clue. Oh well.
Maybe it's a glitch in whatever updates they did recently on Roll20.
I've just realised what it is. I am using an app to keep the chat window on top, which means that it's always active. So if I try and resize one window, it probably resizes that one too. On mine, if I hit the control button and roll the mouse wheel, it zooms in and out of the map while the mouse pointer is over the map. If the mouse pointer is anywhere else, it resizes the entire browser. There is another setting though.
If you don't hit control, because for me it will resize the map just using the mouse wheel.
You
and
can
not holding
change.
control.
You can change. Yeah, if you go into the settings, which is the cogwheel, under keyboard shortcuts, you can choose to use scroll to pan or use scroll to zoom. So if you switch it to use scroll to zoom, then you can do it with the mouse wheel without having to hit the control button. And then if you hit the control button, then it pans instead. So that might be more useful to you.
I didn't know that it panned. That is really useful. I hold the control button.
If you hold the control button, it switches from pan to zoom. But if you have it set to zoom and you hold the control button, it switches to pan. Or
That's it, I have it set to zoom. I have it set to zoom. Without the control button, it just zooms in and out, makes it bigger and smaller. Whereas now I can pan. Good.
Exciting stuff.
Every day's a school day.
It is. So, you stand near a small cottage. There is a shrubbery outside, a number of windows. You can see possibly some of the furniture inside through the window. The door is ahead of you.
Is it a small shrubbery? Sorry.
We on the night, so say, we demand a shrubbery.
Okay. Right, so knock on the door. I think Brock's at the front. No, you are on the map. You're literally in front of the door.
I'm not on my map.
Well, you're not. Where are you? Oh, you're there on my map.
Well then,
Hit refresh.
Yeah, okay, I'll hit refresh.
I'll move there and knock on the door.
You knock upon the door, but no one appears to respond.
Ooh. Can we look through the window, did you
We
say?
just put the parcel down and...
No, because what if something's happened?
I'm joking.
Okay, try knocking louder and calling out her name.
That, please.
Pardon? What was that?
I was going to say have a look around to see if there's any thing of note.
What you notice is the door is slightly ajar,
Oh, okay.
and one of the curtains appears to be torn.
Right, I'm gonna draw my sword.
Very good.
Good plan. I could also draw my weapons.
Cool.
And maybe... Oh.
Beg, you ready?
Maybe we should try and look through the window first.
Do you want to have a sneaky look at the window?
Yeah, I'd like tap you on the shoulder and say that I'm going to go look at the window. So, if I go to here, can I sneak to here?
Okay, so...
Do I need to do a sneak thing?
Well, Brock has already knocked on the door, which to an extent is going to banish the element of surprise. However, you can attempt to sneak if you want to.
Well, I want to peek over the top so they can't really see me.
Okay.
I say sneaky. I'm going to be sneaky. Let me try and go sneaky. Have I got any sneak? What would it be? Stealth. Let's see. How stealthy am I?
Pretty damn stealthy.
And so I sneak and look into the window, and I can
Okay.
see one green glowy thing, but I can't really tell what it is.
So you look through the window. I'm going to take a lollery eye point of view and see if I can see anything. So you have a somewhat restricted view of the room because you're kind of looking through a tear in the curtains. The cottage looks to be a complete shambles. There's debris everywhere, and you can see what looks like movement inside. It looks like somebody rummaging and rifling.
From what I can see on my map, they're green and glowy, and there's potentially 2 of them.
Yeah, it is. It is an unusual outline.
I can see I can see like half of somebody here, and then I can see the edge of a circle here, just tiny edge. So, I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are, do I? I can't identify them.
Not from the small glimpse that you have seen.
Okay. I whisper, I think there's bad guys inside. Egg, get your weapon out. I'll stay with that.
Yeah.
Feg pulls out his mind crossbow and his shield.
Could have pulled out something worse.
And his pornographic woodcut collection.
I'll sneak back over
It's the other
to
way.
his.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what do we whispering? Kick the door in and barge in? Because we've just knocked. So what's the plan?
Kick down the door and head on in, I guess.
We'll just throw Feg through the door. Yeah.
Does Fred want to go first? If he wants to, he can.
Well, just march in like I usually do. Yeah, I could do.
Fair enough. Well, I'm guessing Brock opens the door and then we roll for initiative. It's what I'm going to guess is
Well,
going to happen.
What
So-
Feg was going to do is he was going to march through the window.
The window's not open.
No, just it's glass, isn't it?
Before
just
we go
try-
ahead then, if that's your plan, why don't you have a little look and see if the window could be smashed?
Yeah, could do.
'Cause it might be one of those ones that has like the cross hashings in it, so maybe do a little bit of a check that you could smash the window.
Okay, give us a perception check, see,
Yeah.
for your inspection of this window here.
So if it's like a leaded window, they're really hard to break because it's
Just
the lead.
the door inspector rather than a window inspector.
Oh, good perception check there, Peg.
Yeah.
I take that back. Clearly, he started out as
He's also a window inspector.
Yeah, Feg thinks that it would probably take the design of this window is such that whereas he could certainly eventually smash this window and pass through the created aperture, but it would probably take several solid blows with his weapons to do so. It's not like he could just run through leap through the glass window into the room.
Alright. Okay. Guess I'll just have to go through the door then.
like a muggle.
I'm going to open the
Right.
door first just because I can't move me onto Brock and then do it. So
Well,
Fine.
So,
Ooh,
Fe-
what the fuck are they?
okay, hold still where you are, please. So Feg bundles into the room and walks straight into a tripwire. So as he steps into the room, I'm going to read the description of the room to you, and then I'm going to tell you what happens. So the cottage appears in a shambles with dried herbs, candles, and crockery smashed and scattered across every surface. I've got all the words today, all of them. A narrow bed is tucked into an alcove along one wall. A large armoire lashed shut with bright green vines stands near the bed. That would be over here. An unpleasant odour like rotten garlic fills the cottage. Feg has walked into a tripwire which runs from kind of ground height over here across to an urn balanced on top of a stool on the inside of the door. Walking into the tripwire has launched the urn at him. So I am going to roll the dice to see whether you get smacked by the urn.
Is there any like dexterity saving stuff you can do to try and?
Well, it is rolling
That's
to hit him.
He's got much better
So-
armor than that.
Yeah, so that actually gives him a better chance. If it was an area effect attack, then he gets hit by default. So the urn actually does not hit him.
Okay.
Because he kind of walks in with some force.
It's behind him.
Yeah, the urn is actually launched in a different direction. Whoever designed this trap was just expecting someone to walk through rather than bundle through with alacrity. So the urn actually kind of is launched off in a different direction and smashes on the corner of the fireplace here. For some reason, my ding seems to be much more reactive than usual. Normally when I do that, I hold it down and it goes about like a second later, and it's happening so fast for me now. I don't know why this is happening. This is the first game I've run for a couple of weeks though, so perhaps there has been some kind of software update. In this broken urn, from this broken urn emerges a giant snake. Looks a bit like this.
Oh, I don't like them.
Oh, the classic snakes in an urn.
So snakes in a basket. Not quite as tasty as chicken in a basket.
I'm guessing my character doesn't have the same phobia that I have. So it's fine.
Not unless you want them to.
No, I would not wish my phobias on my character.
And the two strange creatures which appear to be made of vines. They smell horrible, and they're moving about in a way that plants and vines generally do not. They have been shaped and wound into the simulacrum of a humanoid body. These creatures are kind of searching through all the stuff. It looks like they're systematically going through all the stuff in the place. They're turning the place over basically, and they apparently have set this trap so that no one can take them by surprise. The smashing urn causes them to stop what they're doing and turn around, and they roll for initiative, and so I would like you guys to as well.
Are they what I saw through the window? There isn't anything else in the room?
Not that you can see. Oh, very good, Ardria. Ardria is right up there. So I can close that. And I can close that. I've got several windows open that really don't need to be open. Oh, you know what we've done? I left WhatsApp open as well. I hope nothing too revealing was revealed there. I don't think anything was revealed there. Okay. Have I got you all? For some reason there are many, many orange things. Ah. So, appropriately...
So it didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. So what weapon have you got in your hand? Because I'm assuming Feck has drawn his weapon. I'm not sure if I heard you say the words, I draw my weapon.
I didn't actually say it, but I will draw my weapon as my first thing.
Okay. So which weapon are you drawing? That is the question.
Probably the smoking sword, probably.
Okay. So
what's the last one I used?
Yeah, and that's kind of your mainstay, isn't it? So you step into the room. The urn smashes against the corner of the fireplace, and this snake goes and looks at you with its fangs bared. You draw out the smoking sword as your first action. What do you do then?
Attempt to cut it in half.
The snake?
Snake, yeah.
Okay.
Don't you hiss at me.
So, slash away.
I'm not flat-footed.
Oh, it's whether he's flat-footed.
I'm not bothering to stoke the flames on it. So.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no! That was a nat 1 fumble.
Oh
You have a
dear.
hero point.
So
Hero point.
Hmm.
I mean, you do you.
you have a choice.
No.
Draw a card, or use a hero point. Up to you.
Road point it, I think.
Okay. Try again.
Most
So-
of the time I don't use the hero point. So.
If you get a second fumble in the row, very good. If you had a second fumble in a row, it would have given me a nice warm glow, but that's okay. So I've just set the blood type for this giant viper. That was action 1 and action 2. What for action 3? That was max damage, max damage.
I would say I'd get my shield out, but the thing is I don't have one because it broke last time.
It's broken. You could still
It's
be
mine.
carrying
Are we
around
not
the
doing the
pieces of it.
cards?
No, he hero pointed it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So, yeah, I'm
I
going
was reading the goddamn spells, getting ready for my turn, so I missed that. Sorry.
I think I'll just hit the damn snake again. I think, to be honest.
Okay, go ahead. Nat 1.
Wait, does this mean you've got level 2 spells now?
It's a 2.
Well, that was a 7 to give you
Was
that.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you have a -5 obviously because that was attack number 2. Okay, that's 3 actions for Feg. So we're going to move on to Ardria.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how much I can do from here. So, I shall cast Forbidding Ward on Lori for her turn later.
Okay, can you drop that in the
Ooh,
chat,
what
please?
does that do?
Yeah, give me a second.
Ooh, so 2 action cast. Target gains a +1 status bonus to armor class and saving throws against the target enemy's attack spells and other effects.
Ooh.
So, who are you protecting Lolry from?
Do I have to specify that?
It says target 1 ally and 1 enemy.
Oh, well, I can only see the snake, so.
Okay. So Lolry has
Fighting
a,
the snake it was.
I'm gonna put a shield on both the snake and Lolry to remind us. Did you put your armor class up?
Me?
You did?
Me?
Me or Michaela?
I'm asking you because it's your armor class that will be
Oh.
affected.
I believe so. I think we did that. My armor class is now 20.
Oh no, I just mean did you put it up just now in
Oh,
response to that
No,
spell?
I haven't touched it. No,
Good.
I haven't touched it.
Okay, no
I haven't
worries.
touched anything. I just
So-
assumed we'd do that later.
It's all good. So we just have to remember that your armor class is 1 higher, but only against that snake. That was 2 actions for Ardria. What else is Ardria gonna do?
Thank you, Maria.
I shall do I will turn around and circle on the spot and say, "Yay!"
Okay. And why not? I am going to switch this to a different playlist. Action, Combat, Orchestral Music Pack. Track number 1. Just realised we need more dramatic music if it's a fight. So we move down to this creature here. He is going to use action number 1 to walk. Oh, wait a minute. There's a thing that I ought to check first, really. Better find out what they can actually do before I start marching into melee.
I mean, they're very much looking, close combat-y, don't they?
They could have poison stuff that can do from afar.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay. So, you might be able to tell I didn't expect to be here in this session.
We're very efficient delivery people.
Okay, so this creature begins. It focuses on Feg, sees him in the doorway, and it seems to be like its vines are wriggling and moving, and then suddenly an opening appears in the chest of the creature, and it launches a green pod at you, about the size of a lime.
Or Ferrero Rocher.
Or a Ferrero Rocher, yeah, it's about the size of a Ferrero Rocher, but it's green and much
Limes.
harder.
Limes are much bigger than Ferrero Rocher.
We're like 3 or 4 Ferrero Rocher. We've got a measuring system, like the Americans.
This is not Taskmaster. Not everything needs to be measured in meters.
We've got our Ferrero Rocher measuring system, and we're sticking with it.
So that, I did an attack, and it put it straight into the... it whispered it. So what I'm going to do, so that you know I am a... so that you know I'm not tricking you, I put the attack in the chat. And now I'm trying to get the... There it is.
So now we know what we're fighting.
Yes, I could have cut that slightly lower, couldn't I? That would have appeared anyway. Excuse me.
Does anybody know what one of these is? Can we do a quick Arcana check?
So, with an armor class of 20, that is most definitely a hit, but it is not a crit because it is not 10 points or more above the target number. So 5 points of bludgeoning to Feg, and the way I said that kind of makes me think of, 5 points to Gryffindor, 5 points of bludgeoning to Feg. Change the decorations. Anyway,
Feg would be Gryffindor.
Yep, that's why this snake here is so keen to bite him. So yes, a seed pod is launched at you. And then another. Which is also a hit but not a crit. So you are pelted by a couple of seed pods that smack you in the side of the head. And then...
Would have thought if it hit me in the head, it's probably not going to do a great deal of damage.
well, you're still alive.
No sense, no feeling.
Exactly.
And then he kind of... I just assumed this plant creature's gender.
You assume they have a gender.
Well, yeah. He
Plants
moves...
do tend to be male and female, don't they?
Well, some plants
Some
have both.
True. They can self-pollinate.
Some plants don't need it.
So, that's 3 actions from the stinkweed shambler. We move on to Brock, who nestles behind Feg, ready for action.
What to do? I am going to move through Feg to there. Sorry, should have done the clicky thing.
That's fine.
There's action 1, and then try and squish the snake.
Oh,
Snake is hit.
Jesus.
And then raise my shield.
Cool.
That's me done.
Okay, we move on to Lowry.
Okay, well, first I'll move here so I can get a better idea. Can I stand there?
If you
There.
you want to stand there, I'm going to say yes, you can
Yeah.
stand there.
So that was 5, 10. Can I get there?
You can, it's just whether it's one action or two, that's the question.
Well, 5, 10. I can go through. Hang on, let me do it. Nope. That one?
So
But
if
you'd add an
you,
extra 5 because you had to go through Feg.
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually
I've
slowed
got
down by
25,
passing through
so-
friendlies in Pathfinder. It's that's a 5e thing. So
Huh.
So, and then I have my sword out. So I'm whacking with my sword.
very well.
After your bow's poor performance, you've now given up on it entirely.
Sorry, say that again?
After your bow's poor performance in previous sessions, you've given up
Yep.
on it entirely.
I'm becoming melee. He's not flat-footed because it's in the right place. I don't know, trying to... Oh, for fuck's sake!
Is that going better?
Can I hit block with my sword?
You'll probably get a crit with that.
Yeah, I probably would, you're right. Right, I'm just gonna hit him again. Right, let's hit him again. So attack number 2. Yeah, okay. Well, I've angered him so he'll point at me at least, and I've got some protection against him, so...
Oh, the snake is very grumpy. Okay then. So we move on to snake, giant viper. And what shall snake, giant viper do? Okay, so Feg has definitely done the most damage to this snake. So I think he's probably going to try and bite Feg. Cha-ching.
It was Brock that did the most damage.
It's pretty close. We both threatened him once.
Oh, I thought he missed. Don't know why.
Yeah, Feg did 12 and Brock did 11. So, so bite number 1 misses. He's going in for bite number 2. Jump. 23. So, fangs find some yielding flesh, and 2 long hooked viper fangs sink deeply in. God damn it, Brock!
How many hit points have I lost?
You got
Mine
hit by
is also-
2. You got hit by 2 seed pods, so you've lost 12 hit points.
Okay.
On my screen, it shows that you've got 32.
It's just saying it's still saying 44 on mine.
Might be
So
worth
he's not-
doing
Can you
a
shoot?
browser refresh. So, 2 plus your level 5. So it's either the ally is unharmed by the triggering damage, or the ally grants resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. So basically, I can either choose between not doing any damage at all, or giving Fag damage resistance 5 against the attack, this damage, after which it becomes enfeebled 2. So this snake is just going to take it on the chin and bite Feg anyway, because he has a special thing.
Ooh.
So the giant viper has visions of redemption going through its head, but it says, Sodger, I'm going to bite you anyway, because it is angry and afraid.
Having just been launched across the room.
It does a single point of piercing damage to Feg, but it's enough. The giant viper is trying to pump its venom into your veins. Please can Breck take Breck? That was kind of like Brock and Feg together. So we've got Breck, we've got Breg and Ardriolri, and Aiden Paws, the familiars. So let's have, please, a fortitude saving throw for Feg, who is the one who hath been chomped. Right. I'm going to roll a d12. You take a further 7 points of poison damage. So, Feg is a little bit beaten up. That was action number 2. He is now enfeebled 2 until the end of his next turn. I'm not actually sure what enfeebled does. Every single time this comes up, I look it up and then I immediately forget what it does. Enfeebled. Physically weakened. Enfeebled always includes a value. When you are enfeebled, you take a status penalty equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attacks, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. Okay, so basically anything strength-based -2 until the end of the snake's next turn, if he lives that long. So the snake, with a single action remaining, narrows its eyes and attempts, unless of course that is an action. No, it isn't. That is an ability. He's going to try and bite one more time, because this is his last hurrah. So he is going to try and bite Feg again, because Feg is blessedly unprotected. Goodness gracious me.
For a third attack.
From a third attack, that was... Do you know what I've done?
No, what?
I have done a foolish thing. And I must
What is it?
restore some hit points back to Feg.
It's Fight
Because
strength check.
I did attack number 1 3 times in a row. So... So that is a finesse attack. Is it agile? It's finesse, it's not agile. So
With the first one, get 23 minus.
13's a miss. 23 minus 5 is an 18. That's a miss. 29 minus 10 is 19. That is a miss. So all 3 of those attacks miss. Feg gets 7 hit points
No,
back.
the first one should have been attack 1. Shouldn't it?
Yeah, but it missed anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, the
So-
first one. Got it.
So I'm going to give you back 7 hit points of poisoning and 1 hit point from the bite. Baroque still has his reaction, and the poor old snake.
I was going to say 29 on a third attack with a -10 means it managed to roll
39.
That would have to have
very
been,
well.
That would have to have been an incredibly impressive. I mean, to be fair, it was an 18. If it had been a 19, it would have been a hit. Poor snake. He did try. Okay, the next shambler. Comes and stands here so that you can attempt a melee attack on Baroque. For the purposes of this exercise, I think he might actually get flanking. Why are you doing this? Stop it. Close. Right. Attack. So he's going to try and bash you with his vines. 26. Is that a hit?
It is.
Okay, so that'll be... You've got your shield up.
I do, but that still only gets me 23.
Oh yeah, but what I mean is, if your shield is raised, that means that you can perform the shield block.
There we go.
Dun 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 dun. So that saves you. So the damage is 7. What's the hardness of that shield?
7.
Is it?
5, but I got a special thing when I hit level 3 that adds 2 hardness to my shield plus 50% more hit points.
Blimey. Okay. So that means that
Shield absorbs the whole thing.
the shield absorbs the whole thing.
But I have not used my reaction.
Um,
But I will get it back in a second.
You and the shield each take any remaining damage. There is no remaining damage. So the shield doesn't take any damage, and neither does Brock. Well, that was attack number 1. I will actually click the correct thing and click attack number 2 so that it actually does the right numbers. So here's attack number 2. That is a miss. Did it appear in the chat? It did appear in the chat, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. On to Fag. A wounded snake is right next to you. It was trying really hard to bite you. In your mind's eye, you went off somewhere else where you almost got bitten, and then it was just like you imagined the whole thing.
Yeah. I think I'll hit it with the sword again and see if I can turn it into a pair of boots or something.
Ooh, handbag.
Or handbag, yeah.
Bag. A snake bag of holding.
Do you think it'd make a really good stocking?
No.
A really good what?
Stocking.
Not very flexible
Well,
to squeeze more things in.
I might have to do
It's
that
really
again.
flexy though.
Oh dear. Well, I don't have a shield to raise or anything, so it's going to have to be number 3 and see if I can kill it with that one.
Chances are slim. Luckily,
dear.
not a natural one, so you are safe from the horrors of the fumble deck. Okay, on to Ardria.
Right. I will move over here.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
So the duration of Forbidding Ward is sustained up to 1 minute, which means if you want that to keep happening, you have to use one of your actions to sustain it. You don't have to, you can just let it drop.
Snake is nearly dead.
No, I will not sustain it.
Okay, so
I had a plan. Absolutely cannot deviate because then I'll be lost and take 5 minutes to decide what to do next. So I will
Okay.
move over here.
Yep.
try peek from behind Fag. I will take out my sickle and I will attack the snake. Why
Okay.
is it not doing it? Oh, choose target. Oh my god, I can't even see those things. Flat-footed, no. Hit bonus, guess not. Damage bonus, not. I don't know how this fucking works.
I think you just slashed yourself.
You may have to cut yourself with the.
Yeah.
You're going a little emo on us.
You know, can you remove all these things from the top of my screen? I will absolutely not use those macros. I just want to attack the snake with this, please.
Okay. Well, the first... For
Ugh.
some reason, I've got the sound effect for the door opening on a loop,
The
so I've
door-
just had to turn that off.
The door's slamming on something.
So let's get that door open again. That attack that you first did, you rolled a 19, so that was a 26. That was a good hit. So you do the damage. The snake is still alive. Attack number 2, you roll an 8, which...
Well, no, I can't because that would be like action number 4, isn't it?
Yeah, you had one action to move, one action
I just rolled it instead of the first one because I was attacking myself, even though I didn't mean to because of stupid macros. I don't know how to use them. So.
Yeah,
I'll remove them all for next time.
But you moved, which is one action. You attacked,
Yeah.
which is one action. You still have one
The
action left.
sickle, that was an action.
Well, I took out the sickle.
Oh, gotcha. Very good. Okay. It's a terrible shame that you only rolled a 1 for the damage. But here we go. So this creature here is going to launch a seed pod at Feg. Feg's not having a good night. Here's 9 points of damage for Feg. It hurls a second seed pod. The second one misses. It stays where it is. It is not going to join in melee just yet, so it backs away. We move on to Baroque.
Right. Job 1, deal with that snake.
Oh, can you please roll a DC 14 Fortitude save?
Yes.
This terribly smelly creature right next to you is making you gag.
Ooh.
Oh,
How did I do that badly? I rolled a 2.
You have a hero point.
My hero point, that one. Fucking.
okay, take another roll.
There
26.
we go.
Okay, so it smells horrible, but you kind of manage to put it to the back of your mind.
I'm used to being a dwarf in a mine. I can deal with smelly.
Good, good.
What did I
Okay,
do
carry
next?
on.
No, I didn't do the attack yet. Bam.
Whew.
Ah, how do you do it?
Again, it's a snake in a big hammer. Just,
Flat.
yeah.
So
Boop it on the snoot.
you boop its snoot. Its skull is thoroughly crushed, and it falls into a heap in the corner. Okay, that's action number 1.
How bad does Feg look?
Snake is dead.
How bad does Feg look?
Oh, how bad does Feg look? He looks like he's been pelted with a multitude of projectiles
Ferrero
that
Rocher.
may be somewhere between the size of a Ferrero Rocher and a lime. He is roughly half beaten up. He's roughly half alive.
He can last one more round then, before I need to start healing. just going to go for attacking that one.
Very good. I've not given them any blood.
And then pop the shield up and I'm done.
Very good. Okay, on to
And then he's
Lowry.
set up to be potentially whatever the word I'm looking for is.
Please can
Flanked and get
Lowry...
flat-footed. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Oh.
I'm gonna move here. So should I move here and then take the fortitude saving?
Yeah, if you like. Okay, so yeah, give us a fortitude save.
I'm
Throw.
gonna try fortitude. Where are you? There you
If
are.
you went a couple more squares, it would be flanked and therefore flat-footed.
Oh, you pass.
No. I could, but then I'll be on the other side. Then I have two of them in combat. No, I have a plan. Right. I'm gonna hang on. So that's one, isn't it? So I'm gonna try and hit him with my sword. Yay! Oh shit! I should have done this the other way round. I'm a twat. Anyway, and then the next thing I'm going to do is get Captain Fuzzy Paws to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and stand there and attack him. Does Captain Fuzzy Paws have to do a fortitude saving? Because he's a bear.
Let's see.
I mean,
Yeah,
arguably, he's a bear with a
any
particularly sensitive
creature.
schnoz.
Cool. I'm going to guess it's that one. 13.
Uh-oh. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
that means the Captain Fuzzy Paws is flat-footed.
Okay.
Flat-footed for 1 round.
There's nowhere I can put this on his thing, is there? No. So he's flat-footed.
I made myself a token marker with a foot on it, and I must have got rid of it. Hold on. We'll use that one for now, just to remind us.
Is that all he is, or is there another effect?
Yeah, he's only flat-footed.
Okay. So he has two.
Yeah, he has 2 actions, doesn't he? So he has moved.
Yeah. And then he's gonna claw him. So
He now has some token actions, so you can do claw or jaw.
does he have any negative against the flat-footed? It's only attacks against him that's the negative, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. So
Cool. Is he gonna do any damage? Yay. Yes, these. And then that's us done.
cool. Maths is hard. So I'm sure this thing can add up better than me, but for some reason my brain is saying no. -7. -14 is fine. Okay. Maths is hard. Maths is also fine. So Lowry moves, does 1 attack, gives 1 action to the bear to give it 2 actions. It moves, it attacks. That is that bit done, isn't it? So we move on to the Stinkweed Shambler. What kind of action has this creature taken? He has taken some bludgeoning.
And some slashing.
And some
And some slashing. And some piercing. He's taken all the damage types. Okay. So, since you have been bludgeoning this plant creature, instead of blood, it has sap. You quickly realise that the foul smell of the creature suffuses its very blood, and beating on it has actually made it smell worse. That is not going to affect Brock, Captain Fuzzy Paws, or Lolry because they have passed their checks. So temporarily immune to the stench, but future checks will be at a higher DC. He is going to... Who's he going to attack? Well, the person right next to him, I guess. He is going to try and smack Lowry with his vines. For a 30.
Jesus.
That is a hearty smack, isn't it? Why didn't it roll damage?
Mm.
Why didn't you roll damage for me? We don't get it. So, 30, is that a crit? Or is that just a hit? 30 is a crit!
Yeah, crit.
Oh no! That means, I'm afraid, that
Fine. 16.
16 points of damage for
Hang on.
Lowry.
Sorry.
Are you going to do the
No,
thing?
I can take 16.
Yeah, but I get it again in because it starts at the beginning of the round, so I get it when his turn finishes anyway. So might as well.
Well, thank you, but we might need it for Feg. Is
Yeah,
my
I get it
concern.
back before Feg.
Oh, okay. No, not if he gets hit in the meantime.
Yeah, no, I get it at the beginning of the round.
Oh, and it's literally about to be the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So the Stinkweed Shambler decides to go with it. So your damage is reduced by 5.
So 11.
Yeah. So you are...
That's better.
And he is now enfeebled 2 until the end of his next turn. He is going to try and do a vine attack again. So let me just make sure. Yeah, that had a -4 on it. So
So 3.
second time, this time only for 3. There we go, -3. Ba-ching.
Cool.
And he has a third action. What's he going to do? He's going to do this.
Gonna run away.
Backs away. Oh, actually he can't do that. Because he can only move half his movement, so he goes there.
Is that what the enfeebled is?
No, that's an ability that the Stinkweed Shambler has, that it can move half its
Oh.
movement without invoking an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. What's in-
Two diagonals is actually 15 feet though, because every other diagonal is 10.
Yeah, double.
To take into
Um,
account the thing.
Enfeebled.
So what's enfeebled?
He gets -2 to any strength, anything.
Oh, it's just strength stuff. Okay, cool. It
Uh,
doesn't help
finesse
us to
attacks,
beat
so
him.
they're dexterity based rather than strength based. So it doesn't actually change his attacks.
So Feg, luckily, does not start within 10 feet of a Stinkweed Shambler, so... Lucky Feg. Can Feg please roll me a DC... well, a DC 18 Fortitude
Oh,
save?
Feg's going for that.
Will Feg be stopped by the unbearable stench?
Mm.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So... critical fail. Feg is flat-footed for 1 round and slowed 1 for 1 round. Slowed, if I recall,
Just reduces your speed, doesn't it?
it reduces your your number of available actions.
Yes. I was that last. Not last time. Was it last time or time before?
So you
Last
are
time was the
slowed 1, so I'm going to give you a snail with a 1 on it. That does not affect you this turn because the rules as written say when you regain your actions, reduce the number of actions gained by your slowed value. So you've already regained your actions for this turn, so it doesn't affect you this turn.
So I've still got 2.
You still have 2.
Okay, in which case can I make my sword turn into fire?
You can. You even got a button for that. So that means any attacks you do with it this turn, but this turn only, will do d6 fire damage instead of a single fire damage. The script actually takes that into account. Stoking the flames, though, is an action in and of itself.
Yeah,
so that
I
means
know.
you only have one action left.
Yeah, and I'm just going to hit the one directly above me.
Okay.
But I'm going to do it in a sort of an uppercut motion in the hope of cutting it in half. Sort of upwards, so it splits down the middle.
Got to be worth a go.
Yeah.
Aiming for its navel.
Come on, Feg. Come on, Feg. Come
Do
on,
the
Feg.
thing. Do the
Yay!
thing. Ooh. So,
You did a thing.
27. 11 points of damage. The combination of fire and slashing causes this one to liberally bleed vine sap, which smells atrocious. Feg's stomach is already thoroughly turned, though. That was 3 actions for Feg, so I'm going to move on to Adria. When we get to the end of this round, we'll move on to awards, I think.
Okay.
So now that Feg is out of the way, I'll have a little peek inside. And okay. Can I cast spells with things in my hands, or do I have to free my hands? And if I need to free my hands, is dropping the sickle a free action, or does it count as one action?
Putting it away, as in putting it in your backpack, hanging it from your belt or whatever, would definitely be an action, but just letting go of it and letting it drop on the floor, I would class that as a free action. That's probably my house rule. I'm not sure what the rules as written actually say. But I would say if you have at least one completely free hand, then depending on what the spell is, I think you can probably still cast spells.
So if... Hang on, just...
How many free hands to cast a spell?
If it's somatic verbal, I don't really need hands for it then, do I?
Somatic
Okay.
is hand waving and stuff.
Oh. I just don't know English then. Okay, but it says verbal as well.
Yes,
So is it both?
it's
so,
both.
but
It's both. So that's magic words and movements of your hands.
right. So never mind. So let's say I drop the sickle.
I would say you don't. I don't think you have to, because you can make. I'm pretty sure you can make somatic. Wizards often carry staffs, don't they? And they still cast spells while they're holding their staffs.
Yeah, a little
So
like
you-
Gandalf, and he was okay.
You've got one free hand and your mouth works, so you can cast the spell.
But staff is part of their spellcasting equipment, isn't it? Sickle is just a weapon.
Well, let's see what Google says.
Anyway, I'll drop the sickle. That's fine. I'll drop the sickle, and I will cast a. I will throw a phase bolt onto this guy.
Okay.
Just next to Feg,
Boing.
and my character sheet disappeared. Lovely.
24. That is looking good. So 24 is a hit. That's 5 points of damage on that shambler there. Does it have any other effect? No, there's no other effect. So that was a 2-action spell, so I guess that's it for Adria. Good shot. We move on to the Stinkweed Shambler number 1.
I don't need a sickle anymore because the snake is dead. So
Okay, the Stinkweed Shambler is going to try and lay some smackery on Feg. 28. That's a hit. It's not a crit. Why? The F and H. Is it not rolling damage? That is a solitary 5 points of smackery. Then attack number 2. Ching. See, that one works, but the other one doesn't. I do not know why. So that is a further 9 points of smackery. I'm just going to check. There is actually the minus in there, so I didn't make a mistake there. So minus 9. Something weird happened there. What do your hit points read to you?
It
Gareth?
says 11, but it shouldn't be. It should be
think-
9.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I don't know what happened there. I think I must have just... Maybe I hit the 7 instead of the 9. Okay, so that is 2 smacks for Feg. And then he is going to... use this ability to get out of melee. He's getting out of dodge. We move on to Brock.
So, I'm going to need to... We'll just go for a standard move into there. Look. And then... I have got battle medicine.
Ah,
Oh, yeah. Bloop.
okay.
And I should also have assurance with medicine.
So if you have assurance with medicine, that means that you can take 10 basically, isn't it? So you take the equivalent of the roll of a 10, and as long as whatever your bonuses are, take that above the target number, which is generally 15, then you automatically succeed.
Do I automatically get an 18?
Cool. So if you get an automatic 18, then that is a success. That means that Feg would get 2d8 points of healing. If I am right, I think that's right. So, who would like to roll 2d8s?
Want to roll it, Feg?
Yeah. Fucking,
If you type /R, then space, then 2d8, then...
/R.
Or you can click the dice buttons on the left.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that dice roller.
Nicely done.
Oof! Cha-ching! There we go, so let's add 16 points of healing to Feg. He's back above the halfway mark.
Oh, and a miss on there.
Shame. Oh well, that was still a fairly effective round.
Yeah. That'll do me.
Cool. Right, on to Laurie then. Do a
Okay.
thing.
So I'm gonna invoke the bear, move, and then claw. Oh, that one. Cool. And then I'm going to move as my second action.
Okay.
And I'm going to short sword him. Oh, damn it, I missed. There goes my plan out the window.
The extra bear damage.
The bear doesn't do damage unless I hit. Oh, I did bear damage. The bear has a thing. So yeah, that's me sorted. Do I need to do another fortitude saving?
No, because you passed earlier, you are immune, temporarily immune. I won't tell you for how long, but...
Okay. Ooh, mysterious.
We'll cover all
Cool.
that
Yeah.
anyway.
The only one who does is me because I failed.
Okay, do you stink of the charm?
Poor failed, didn't he?
Yeah, Feg crit failed.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, he didn't quit that.
So we're going to have a vine attack. I wonder if I can work out why it's not doing the thing. Tell me why it's not doing the thing. No, I see no reason why it wouldn't do it. Never mind. You see, I don't get it. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So that was an attack against Brock with a vine.
Even with
So-
my shield, it would be a hit, so we'll let it happen.
It's a
Very
nine.
well. So that is 9 points of smackery for Brock. He's going to have another pop. 12 be a miss. I'm not sure he can actually get away.
He'd be within reach for everybody in the room.
Yeah, so if he did his escapey thing, he would not actually get away. So maybe...
There's space next to the fireplace that he could
It'd
technically...
still be in my range though, wouldn't it? Or if he gets in the fireplace, yeah, I could put it.
Yeah, stick that man. Get in the fireplace, you'll be fine.
And then cast Fireball.
But he can only go half his move speed without
So you
provoking
can leave
attacks
him
of
there.
opportunity.
Yeah. You get right in the corner, climb on the bed. That's about it.
Well, he's going to do it anyway. He finds Lowry less threatening than Brock.
I'm not sure whether to be offended by that.
There we go. So we will start next time with Feg's turn. I am going to write a note in the chat to remind us Feg is slowed 1 and
Need to do a fortitude.
flat-footed. And we'll need to do a fortitude save. There we go. So I am then going to push the button that takes us to the award screen. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, wait a minute. I need to move the thingy. There it is. What? We need to start that again. Pause. Okay, and one more thing, which is we need to make Gareth invisible so that I can move into the awards screen on Roll20. Today is the 22nd of November, so the 8th of November session.
A month and 3 days until Christmas.
What's the opposite of
This
advantage?
Disadvantage. This time.
Oh, what's the opposite of inspiration is what I meant to say.
Oh,
Um,
no, come on. This time next month it'll be Christmas Eve. You'll be off work, relaxing.
Yeah. Okay. So we have some awards to go through. 10 of our finest awards. The first one, of course, being First Blood. Who got First Blood today? Who laid down our first bit of smackery?
Egg on the snake, wasn't it?
I think it was Feg, yeah.
I think it was. So, here we go. And who got the first kill?
Who killed the snake? Was it Feg or Brock?
Brock, I think.
It was Brock, yeah, with the hammer.
That was the first thing to die.
Yeah. Brock in the corner with the hammer. Then, kill of the week. Only been one.
Yeah, Brock.
Low body count. Oh well. Does that count as a yoink?
Means the closest we're going to get to one.
This is true. Oh, it's the Brock show. Fumble of the week.
Well, I've rolled 2 nat ones.
Yeah, I think Feg is the fumble.
2 nat ones?
Oh,
Yeah,
one
one
got
of-
saved though, didn't
One
it?
got glimpse of redemption.
One. Well, yeah, one got
hero
hero.
point.
One got hero
Yeah.
pointed, and the other one was actually a save roll. So,
But he also did the tripwire.
Yeah.
but he didn't get hit by it.
True.
Yeah, but he did set a snake off that we
He
had to
did
kill.
set a snake off.
I also did a crit fail on the fortitude as well.
The stinky stink.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
So-
we got a selection of reasons it's fair.
Yeah, it's Feg. Pincushion. So who took
be
the most?
Feg.
Yeah, that was Feg. Feg definitely took the most smacking today. Okay, what do we got next? Best supporting role. I got an idea for one.
Well, Ardria for putting the thing on me, or Brock for the healing. They'd be my two. What one were you thinking? Hello?
Hmm?
Oh, I think, do we lose you then?
Who, me? No, I just didn't
Yeah,
say anything.
everybody. Oh, well, so yeah, what were you thinking?
Who, me? Okay,
Yeah.
well... Could be
Either
either...
Ardria or Brock.
Well, we've had quite a lot of Brock and Feg awards, so maybe we'll just lean slightly the other way and give Ardria one. There we go. How about Role Player of the Week? Not many chances to role play, but
No. Feg was
obviously,
very in character.
yeah, that counts.
Hmm.
Doesn't have to be funny
Yeah.
voices and clever characterization. It can just be things like behaving as you believe your character would.
Charge.
Bursting
Trying
through
to get
a
into
door
a
without
window.
bothering to look, and trying to burst through a window
Yeah,
without
trying to
bothering
get into a window, thinking better of it, and just charging into a room.
And he checked the window, that shows growth.
That's
True.
true. True.
Did anyone have a cunning plan, my lord?
Hmm.
The closest thing was a sneaky look through a window.
Yeah, true.
It was almost a plan. Okay.
Or to try and jump through said window.
Well, Laurie looked through it first.
I think that's
Yeah.
less of a plan, more of a something we should do more of generally.
So the last one, the Spellbook Award, alternatively titled "Read the Damn Spell
Oh
Description."
yeah.
Always won by Ardria, our only magic user.
We have magic stuff in our thing. Oh, I didn't update our thing that other people can use.
Oh,
So technically, one week someone else might win it.
this is true.
15 gold.
There we go. That's a full set of awards, and I've just realised that I should have zoomed out so that if anyone happens to watch this, they will see the full glory of this background. I've got a new monitor, you see, so both my main monitor and my side monitor are now Quad HD. Is it Quad HD? Quad HD, not 4K. And hopefully I will now have a slightly higher resolution video to upload to YouTube. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me this evening for Troubles in Otari, the continuing adventures of Veg and the Squirrel Gang, who become more squirrely week after week. Have a lovely week, everyone, and I will see you at the next one.
See you later.
Later.
See you later.
Bye.